Hey everybody, this is Chris, and I'm going to do my very first firmware update on the Autel Evo 2, so I just figured I'd share the experience with you. We will do a screen recording and pop that up here on the corner here and let you see the app interface and the whole process. So what it's going to entail for your very first connection, you're going to have to do your registration for your warranty. If you don't have an account, of course, create an account with a username and password. And then it's going to take you into, once you've completed all that, it'll take you into the Autel Care, where you can purchase the extra care if you should have any water damage, a crash, or a flyaway. You have 2 replacements, and I think it was $79. So you have that option to purchase that right after you do your registration. And it's going to ask you your permission to, check to use your location while you're using the app, or always or never, whatever you decide to do is up to you. So I have my app started, and we're going to start the controller, press and hold once, and start the quad, press and hold once. And wait for the start to turn blue and go into my main interface. And it should prompt us to update. New firmware found. So we're going to click update. And downloading. When upgrading, blah, 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 blah. Talks about your battery level. I made sure, and I'm glad it said that, because you got to make sure your batteries are all fully charged, which I did. So during this process, just wait it out, and you're going to download it, and then once it downloads, then you'll go through the install. And this one will probably take a while because it's the very first update. Everything after this is going to be probably smaller updates every single week. But we'll let it do this process right here, and we will fast forward the video. Okay, so we have upgrade successful. Please reboot the aircraft and the controller. That took about 13-14 minutes total for us to do that upgrade. So we're going to acknowledge this, and we're going to cancel that. We're going to shut down the controller, and we're going to restart the quad. During the upgrade process, the fan kicks on all the time here, but the fan did kick on the controller. Once the controller hits a certain temperature, it kicks on. This thing's it's just barely warm. Like, the top is 100% cool, the sides are cool, the bottom's just a little bit warm. So that cooling fan's nice. A little hotter back towards the sensor, where the indicator LED light is. Okay, sorry, had to edit this in, little technical difficulties as usual, but now you can see, since I'm doing this part of the video a little bit later, now we have a decal on the quad. That's because I've been using it, and this is a little while later since I did the first part. But let's just get right to it and get into the calibration. So after you've done your firmware update, registration, all that stuff, calibrations before you go out and fly are very important. So we're going to open up the app. We have everything connected already, and I had forgot to open the app, so it's already booted straight into the main interface, and we're going to go right into settings. So first, I just want to say, when it comes to doing your compass calibration, don't do that here. Wait till you're out on the field, do it for the first time out on the field where you're going to fly. And then after that, you don't have to worry about it. You can go anywhere you want to go and fly. You don't have to do that compass calibration every single time. It's just important that you do it the first time once you've taken it out of the box and you're getting ready to fly. Also very important to do it correctly. Do not rush it. Take your time. Slow and steady wins the race. and it'll give you 3 different angles to hold it at and turn it counterclockwise. Very easy to follow on your app. So you'll click compass calibration and do that calibration. But we are going to do a IMU calibration, and then we're going to do the gimbal calibration. I feel it's very important to do it in this order. So you do your IMU calibration. What that does is it zeroes out all the parameters, the internal measurement. It'll zero them all out to what the quad thinks is level. So as long as you're holding it nice and flat and level while you're doing that IMU calibration, then you do your gimbal calibration. The gimbal will calibrate according to those parameters. So let's go ahead and go straight into IMU. Click calibrate and then click auto calibration. You can see legs are folded. It's setting flat. Don't touch anything. Don't bump anything. And just wait for that to finish. Now it says turn it upside down. When I turn it upside down, it's not sitting fully level. So I do put my finger under the front of the nose just a little bit to make it a little more level. And we'll wait for that. And now we're going to go on our side. And again, you want to hold it as level as you can. It does sit fairly level on its side like this. Now the other side. Be careful, your props are going to be flopping around. This is probably where it's good to have the prop band on there. The prop chastity belt. And now it says open up the arms and go face down with it. So we're going to open up the arms. I don't understand why it's telling us to do that part. It makes no difference whatsoever for an IMU calibration. The only thing I can think of is they want you to lay it nice and flat. If you look at the picture there, it makes it look like it's flat and they're touching the table, but they're not. If you can look at mine, it's not touching the table. So it makes no difference whatsoever on an IMU calibration if you have arms open or closed. But now it says close them again. And let's put it on its rump. And this will complete the process, and calibration succeeded. So that calibration is done, and now we are going to go into the gimbal calibration, which I think is under camera. No, it's still under control. I can go down. There it is. Gimbal calibration. Real simple process here. You just press it and let it do its thing. You'll see the camera will start to move. The lighting's not great to where you can see it, but it'll go up and down, left, right. It'll hit every single axis point, and then that tells it where its true center axis is. So coming to the end, sometimes it'll sit at 99% for a while, and it's sitting there. Just be patient, leave it alone. It's not locked up. It will complete. Come on, baby. Taking a little while. I think this is probably the longest it's ever taken, but it should complete. I don't know why it's taking longer this time around, but we're going to let it set. And this might be where a lot of people will make the mistake thinking, oh, this thing's frozen, I'm going to close it out. But yeah, there we go. Calibration succeeded. So it took a while. So now we have our IMU done, and we have our gimbal calibrated in that order.
So I'm going to put this aside a little bit here, and we're going to do a stick calibration. And let's go up to RC calibration. This is another one that's very important because just like the gimbal, you're taking your sticks and you're hitting every axis point, and that will stop you from having your crab walk or crab flight and all that. So click RC calibration. We're going to click start. First thing it does is starts beeping, and we're going to go to the wheel, and you're going to do each step and hold it. So move the wheel to the left and hold it. Turn solid blue. Go to right, hold it, and then that's done. Left stick, you just want to hit each individual axis point. Doesn't matter what order you do it in. And just move it and hold it until it beeps. And if you're off a little bit, it knows it. So it's pretty hard to do this wrong. And then calibration succeeded. So this window doesn't automatically close out on its own. You have to click the back arrow for some reason, and then you're done. So let me turn this off so the fan's off. All right, so that is all the calibrations. Just real quick run through what we did here. Get everything out of the box, charge everything up. You're going to do your registration. If you don't have an account, create an account, then do your registration. After you do your registration, it'll prompt you if you want to buy the Autel Care for two replacements if you have a crash or flyaways, etc. And then you want to go check your email because it's going to confirm the purchase, and then you'll have to enter your serial number and all of that, which currently isn't working. It did not accept my serial number, but it should be relevant after they fix it and you're watching this video. Hopefully it works for you. But they'll confirm your registration and all that. You want to make sure you have those confirmations and then put them somewhere in a folder to save them. And then that's it. Do your calibrations like we just did, and go out and fly. Enjoy the baby. So still some firmware updates to come on this to make it a little more perfect and more enjoyable. But I am enjoying this quad. So thank you guys for coming along for the ride. And as always, hit that thumbs up on your way out. I'd greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to my little channel here. And as always, hit the bell for future content and notification. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.